Still recording?
Yeah.
Excellent. This is why you know that Mr. Woolmine always does all the videos and I just hold the camera most of the times, okay? So, we're playing volleyball, they're playing pickleball. Pickleball.
Pickles.
Volleyball. First thing we're going to learn about volleyball is how to properly bump the ball. So volleyball, you have players that can bump, set, serve, spike, block, but today we're going to learn about bumping the ball. Before we do anything when it comes to bumping the ball, we have to have proper positioning, including our hands. So with your hands, you want to put them like this, crisscross, and then line up your thumbs. Your thumbs should be next to each other and never on top of each other. So your thumbs should be next to each other. You also need to get into a proper bumping position. So you're going to be crouched over a little bit, your legs are going to be bent, and your hands are going to be ready. So that when the ball comes over the net to you, you're going to lift with your legs as well as your arms for that total body motion so that the ball lands right here on your arms. So you're going to lift and bump the ball. Lift and bump the ball all at the same time with your hands together. Then we are going to toss the ball in the air and then we're going to bump it and catch it. So for this, again, proper position, I'm going to use two hands so I can toss the ball correctly and evenly. I'm going to bounce it up and toss it in the air, bounce it, catch. Try it again. Toss it in the air, bounce it, catch. I'm trying to have the ball hit right here in my forearms and not on my fist. Also, you don't want the ball to hit you up high because you won't be able to control it. Toss it in the air, bump it, catch. Toss it in the air, bump it, catch. Let's see what you can do. Go!
In this next step, you're going to get a partner to rainbow toss it to you so that you can bump it back to them.
So I'm ready. I'm in ready position. Nope. I'm just going to toss it. Toss it like a rainbow. Toss it like a rainbow. One more time. I'm in position.
Thank you.
All right. So anyways, that is how to properly bump the ball so that you're in proper position. The next part of volleyball, another part of volleyball is going to be setting the ball. So we've just covered bumping the ball, and now we're going to cover setting the ball. Setting the ball is important when it comes to trying to set up another player for a spike. You can also use it to set up another player who's going to aim their bump across the net. And you can also use a set to set the ball quickly over the net to the other team to hopefully catch them by surprise, or you aim it to a weak spot in their defense. To set the ball, you want your thumbs to be touching, your index fingers to be touching, and then your hands and your fingers are spread out. So you're kind of trying to make it a triangle with your fingers spread out. You also need to make sure that you can get under the ball so that you can set the ball. So with your hands by your side, you want to quickly be able to get in that set position. So to set the ball, I'm going to toss it in the air, and then I'm going to set it straight up in the air, okay? So, in the air, set, and you have to do it very quickly. So my legs were bent, I crouched down low to get underneath the ball. And that's how you set the ball. Now in volleyball, what you cannot do this. Because you cannot catch the ball. That is called a carry. The referee blows the whistle and you lose a point, lose a point, but the other team wins that point. So you can never catch the ball in volleyball. So you can never catch it and then toss it. Your sets have to be done quickly, like that. Let's see what you can do.
In this next step, let's get your partner to toss the ball to you again. You can do it.
When you're practicing your sets, your partner should be tossing the ball up over your head like a rainbow. Not a line drive, but like a rainbow, so that you can get under the ball and you can set it. Notice how I'm using my legs, my back. I'm using a lot of different muscle groups. Move in. Okay. Go. Toss it. Higher. 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 You cannot catch the ball. Toss it high. Okay. Toss it much higher, much higher. So, when you're setting the ball, I could be using that set to set a teammate, or I could be using that set to send it across the net to hopefully score a point for our team.
Now we're going to rally it back and forth. You can do it.
Another important thing about volleyball is the simple but extremely hard task of calling the ball. Calling the ball. So when my partner Jeremy tosses the ball with two hands to me, I need to remember to call the ball, because if I have a teammate here and I'm here and the ball's coming in between us, someone needs to call the ball and make the play. Mine. I'm going to hit it back. Do it again. Mine. I'm going to hit it back. Try that one more time, please. And sometimes if it bounces once, that's okay. Mine. Because when you're playing with your friends, sometimes it's okay to let it bounce once and it's still played. That doesn't work in a game. If the ball hits the ground, you lose the point. So try to keep the ball in the air or hit it one bounce when you're just at home playing and having fun. But you have to call the ball. So Jeremy's going to try to hit it back to me. Don't block the camera. Jeremy's going to try to hit it back to me, but we're going to be calling the ball. Go ahead, Jeremy. Mine. Bump it back. Call it and then bump it back. Mine.
Mine.
So, again, a hard thing to do, to constantly remember to say mine and to bump the ball properly and to bump it with control back to your partner. Let's see what you guys can do. Go!
We have to
You have the net that separates. Nah, forget that. Keep it going, keep it going. He'll edit it out, so take two. Someone needs to call the ball and make the play. So Jeremy, go ahead and toss the ball. Don't be in the camera. Toss the ball. So I'm going to call the ball, which I forgot to do right there. Do it. Thank you.